Tonight, we're going to bring you rare, exclusive access deep into the hot zone as firefighters in the West make a desperate stand. In Washington state, the biggest wildfire in state history is only growing. Reinforcements are coming from around the country and the world as the flames race toward homes. NBC's Miguel Almaguer is there tonight in Chelan, Washington. Miguel.
Lester, good evening. This command post looks like a military operation because the more than 200 members of the National Guard here are at war on a battlefield against wildfires that are ravaging the West.
In Washington state, this fire season not only deadly but now historic. The single largest inferno to ever burn here has now torched 400 square miles, an area larger than New York City. Across the region, they've called in reinforcements. The Army, the National Guard, and now volunteers. The crew here is fighting fires 16 to 18 hours a day. They'll likely do it through the end of October. In Oregon, NBC News granted rare access with two hotshot teams working deep into the Malheur National Forest. Neil Bauer is the veteran on the dozer, clearing brush, stripping fire from its path. He's been in the firefight for decades.
My hard hat, we're old friends. I quit college in 1968 to become a logger, and I needed a hard hat, so I bought it, and it's been with me every summer since.
On the front lines, it's not just the fire, but the falling trees here that can kill.
As tall as it is, if it were to burn out on the bottom and fall across the line, poses a threat to our containment line here.
Hiking for 14 hours and more than 8 miles with only an occasional break. They use chainsaws and shovels, and when the wind stops, they use fire to fight fire. In their thoughts, the firefighters who lost their lives.
It is a dramatic event that changes people's lives, and so we take it very seriously.
In Washington, where 12,000 homes are still threatened, Sandra Hardy has a view that's frightening. As flames sweep closer to her home of 20 years, she thinks of the men and women just out of sight.
I don't want any firemen dying to save this house. It's not worth anybody's life.
In a fire season that is claiming both lives and homes, the call for help is being answered. But tonight across the West, the firefight rages on.
As firefighters from 5 different states pour into Washington tonight, crews from New Zealand and Australia are also arriving in Idaho, getting set to deploy. But crews tell us, despite the number of boots on the ground, the most important factor here is the weather. And Lester, tonight in this area, we are under a red flag warning.
Didn't want to hear that, Miguel. Thanks for.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and then click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.